Hi everyone, I hope you're well. I just wanted to pop on to do a pick a card reading for the collective in honour of the full moon in Aquarius. So this will be the second full moon in Aquarius. This is actually going to be a blue moon. So it's true in regards to the saying once in a blue moon, as this normally only occurs within the spaces of every 2.5 years roughly. So it's quite a rare thing. So I just wanted to say that depending on where you are in the world, it will either be on the 21st or 22nd of August. So in the UK, I believe it will be the 22nd. So what can we expect from full moon in Aquarius? Well, first of all, Aquarius is one of the fixed signs of the zodiac, and so the other fixed signs are Leo, Scorpio and Taurus as well. So for those of you that have one of those signs, or indeed you are Aquarian, or you have any of those signs as your sun, moon or rising, you will be probably feeling the energies more so of this full moon. If you are a water sign, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, you are always very sensitive to the moon cycles anyway, being a water sign and connected with that divine feminine energy. So, you know, just some of you may be experiencing it more strongly than others. So Aquarius is ruled by the planet Uranus, and so Uranus is all about unconventionality, and it can symbolize significant change in your life. It's all about embracing your uniqueness, taking a risk, daring to be different, doing things in a different way, and expressing your truth, being authentic and being a path blazer. Aquarians are path blazers rather than followers. And the other significance is, of course, that we are in the golden age of Aquarius as well. And so I feel like for a lot of you, you'll be experiencing quite a transformational phase. Some of you may be going through another awakening, dark night of the soul. Some of you may be kind of experiencing an inner transformation, and that could be to do with your spiritual path as well, or it could just be to do with where you are in your life and your circumstances changing. You may have found that you are going through a tower phase in your life where everything that seemed familiar has come crashing down, and so you're rebuilding from scratch. It's all about radical change and transformation, and it could be that you've already been through that radical change and transformation, and this is showing you that this is now coming to the end of that cycle, because obviously the full moon is all about endings and completions of cycles and situations coming to fruition. So yeah, I definitely think for a lot of you it's going to be a time of purging. It's going to be a time where you just need to allow yourself to grieve, to have an emotional release. And I quite often feel the energies building up to a full moon, and then once the full moon comes, I feel so much better, because it's like I can feel the energy shifting, and then it's like, oh, now I can release everything. So full moons are also about releasing the past, releasing past trauma, acknowledging the shadows, turning fear into love, turning pain into power. So just be gentle with yourselves. That's my advice on this full moon in Aquarius, and try, if you can, embrace the changes that are coming, embrace the transformation. Transformation can be painful, it can be challenging emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically even, because sometimes we can feel physical effects as a result of transformation, but just go with it, because I feel like through transformation we normally find the silver lining, not necessarily straight away, but you know, in the future, when we look back and reflect, we then realise why something had to happen. So I thought what I'd do first of all is pick a card for the collective from Moonology, just with a general message for the full moon in Aquarius, and then I'll go on to the pick a card reading. So let's see what general message we have for the collective from Moonology. So spirit guides, guardian angels, any other beings of the highest light that wish to help us in this lifetime. What is your message for us for this coming full moon in Aquarius? What is it that you wish for us to know? Let's see what message we have. Okay, so this is our card. Okay, nothing will come of this situation, and it's void, of course, moon. Okay. So I feel like for some of you, it's time to take a step back. Can you see how we're looking at the moon from a distance? So it's that feeling of sometimes when we're close up to things, things can seem really unclear and overwhelming, and we need to kind of take that step back, have some space from a situation to gather our thoughts. Sometimes it can actually symbolising having space from a friendship or relationship. So it can sometimes signify separation, but I think it's also about, especially if you're in a relationship that can have codependency issues, to take that step back for your own sanity, to have that break from each other, to stand on your own. And I don't necessarily mean this is separation for a long period of time. I'm talking about just making time for yourself to do something without that other person. You know, go off with a friend and have a day out somewhere, go out for a meal with a loved one, and just have some space from each other so that you give each other the chance to miss each other, you know. So you don't feel so suffocated. That's what I'm feeling for some of you, that your independence, the ability to be able to express your free-spirited nature and be you is really important. Nothing will come of this situation, so this can also be a message about irrational thoughts, dwelling on negatives, thinking about worst case scenario rather than focusing on what you can control, because there are situations that occur in our lives where we don't actually have the control over the outcome, and the only control that we have is how we choose to decide how to cope with the situation, how to feel, you know. So it's like, what can you control, and let go of the irrational fear and just focus on yourself and your own feelings. This can also mean that there may be an obstacle in your way in regards to a relationship. It could be in regards to a job opportunity, and so it may be that you apply for a job and have the interview and you think it goes well and then it's a no, or you are in a relationship and you're seeing red flags, and you're taking a step back, and basically it's to take notice of those warning signs, because it's Spirit's way of saying that this isn't necessarily for you, that, you know, is this really what you want? And it could be that you're being redirected. So don't take disappointment or failure as a personal attack on yourself and who you are. It's actually the universe redirecting you to a better situation, a better relationship that is more suitable for you and your needs and wants. So I hope that makes sense. So it's also a message of trying not to be so hard on yourself in regards to self-criticism, self-judgment, perfectionism. You know, that we all make mistakes and it's okay to make mistakes. Make the mistakes, because that's how you learn, and we're not perfect. We all have flaws, and you know, it's important to be able to feel free to be able to make those mistakes, especially when you're a creative person, quite often when you're a creative person, you have this inner drive or want to constantly create a masterpiece, and it's never good enough, and that's why you keep creating, and then you beat yourself up really badly when you make a mistake where something could go wrong. You make a spelling mistake, you get the measurements wrong on something, or the proportions of a face that you're painting are, you know, inaccurate. And there's so much beauty to the flaws. That's what Spirit wants you to know. There's so much beauty to the flaws. So stop always searching for things to be absolutely perfect, because, you know, it is about having that freedom. It is about freedom and liberty to be able to make the mistakes and learn from them, learn from your failures, and, you know, come back stronger. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, so we're going to move on to the pick a card reading. So it's a little bit different today. I'm going to be working with the Chakra Love cards first of all. So this is group number 1's card, just so you can kind of see what you'll be picking if you feel drawn to group number 1. This is group number 2's card. Okay, so just focus on each of these and see which one you're most drawn to, because what I'm going to do is give you a reading based on that particular chakra of the body, but also then I'm going to give you an additional reading. So this is group number 3. Okay, so just pay attention, whichever one you're drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one, that's fine. It just means that there's more than one message for you. And then after I've explained the chakra card you've picked, I'll be giving you a message from the Lemurian Starchild Oracle as well for the full moon in Aquarius. So let's start off with group number 1. Okay, so this was your card, group number 1. Okay, so looking at the colour on the card, straight away I'm thinking root chakra, but also because of the black, I feel that this is a protection message, especially if you're someone that is very sensitive or empathetic. It's about shielding your energies and protecting yourself from lower vibrational energy. Now the crystal connected to this card is hematite, and it is a root chakra crystal, so this is all about grounding yourself, grounding and protection. And your root chakra is located at the base of your spine, and it's the colour of red. And it says foundation. Foundation is what the castle of your soul is built upon. So this is all about building foundations, starting something new, starting afresh. It's also about feeling secure in yourself, in your body. And it's also about coming back down to earth. So it's definitely about grounding. So, you know, getting outdoors, participating in earthly activities like cleaning, cooking, you know, it's just doing things that kind of help you switch off and engage with your earthly self rather than be constantly floating around the ethers. So definitely get grounded. That's what I feel for you, group number 1, and work with the colour red. So this will help to balance that chakra, whether you've got a red scarf, a red top that you want to wear, that will help with bringing you back down to earth. So I hope that makes sense. I also think it's the colour of fire, and so it's about releasing past trauma, burning away and clearing anything that no longer serves you. So, you know, definitely if you feel that that's speaking to you, write a list of things that you wish to release and put them in the moonlight, or burn them carefully in a heat-proof dish under the full moon as a symbol of letting go. And work with hematite crystal if you feel drawn, which is a beautiful silver grey colour. So the next card for you is from the Lemurian Starchild Oracle. And I don't know what card it is because obviously I've picked them randomly, but this is your card. So it is dolphins. Wow, this is beautiful. Look at all the rainbow lights on this card. Love that so much. Number 9, so number 9 could be important to you, so that could be 9 months, it could be the number 9 as in the 9th, it could be the 9th month, so September, and it says play. It's okay to relax, smile again, share your flow. So that's what dolphins are all about. They're playful beings that give us permission to engage in play and, you know, laugh and surrender and be joyful and make time to be light-hearted, you know, have some fun. And it's like spirit giving you permission that it's okay to relax. You don't have to be so driven all the time or serious all the time. You know, it's really important to express that playful nature within you and allow your inner child to play, and smile again. Smile again. For some of you, this will be a really important message because I feel like you've been working through some really heavy things that are going on in your life, you know, some difficult healing for some of you, and yeah, I feel like it's probably felt like quite some time since you last really felt joyful and smiled. Share your flow, share your flow. So it's all about when you're playful, when you're going with the flow of life, you're kind of inspiring and encouraging others to do the same, and that's so important, you know, to kind of have that time to just be free. And there's lots of rainbow colours on the card, so I feel like this is all about balancing all of the chakras of the body, mind, body and spirit. And I also feel like on this card, like it looks like the image of a soul that's like leaping through the waves and throwing its arms up into the air. So it's definitely a message of freedom, freeing yourself of constraints, letting go of obligations, letting go of responsibilities that, you know, aren't yours to carry, unburdening yourself, connecting with water, connecting with the element of water, because dolphins are aquatic animals. So allowing yourself to purge, connect with water through a ritual bath or a shower, and go for a walk by a water body, you know, and give your worries and cares to the water, allow it to cleanse you, allow it to carry your worries away, and allow your inner child to be free like the dolphin. And play, smile, laugh, have some fun, and yeah, you deserve it. That's what I feel with this card. So that's what I have for you, group number 1. So make sure you make some time for play near this full moon in Aquarius. Things have felt really heavy and it's time for you to do something that makes you feel good. So I hope you can take the message. So group number 2, this is your message. So this is your card, okay? So looking at the colours here, there's lots of like earthy yellows, browns. I think of solar plexus, which is the main energy centre in your body, and it's the colour of sunshine, and it's where your navel is, and it is the solar plexus chakra, and it's saying Mukate crystal, okay? So if you wanted to work with crystals, work with Mukate, and it says shine. You are made of stardust, so keep sparkling. I love that so much. So, you know, again, has your flame felt like it's dwindling? Have you felt like you're very much in the shadows? Have you felt like you're in darkness? And, you know, Spirit wants you to shine your light, be a beacon for others, be that light bearer, you know, be the moon in the darkness, light up someone's world, and, you know, remember your worth, remember that you are this magnificent light being. You know, you radiate so much love, and you're so much more than you even realise, you know, and allow yourself to sparkle. That's what I'm hearing, allow yourself to sparkle. And a great way of balancing the solar plexus, because it's the main energy centre of our body, it's what gives us our get up and go, it's what gives us our energy. So it's so important to keep that chakra balanced, and just by spending time outdoors in the sunshine, that will help to do that. And work with the colour yellow, you know, yellow clothing, yellow scarves. Wear it to help balance that chakra and bring back some sunshine into your life. That's what I feel with that card. Okay, and your card from the Lemurian Starchild Oracle is light language. Wow, look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? And look at this lotus flower, a symbol of strength through the darkness, pushing through into the light. And look at all the soul or light language inscripted on the card as well. And it says number 6. So number 6 could be important to you. It could represent the 6th, or it could represent the month of June, 6 weeks, 6 months. And it says universal language of oneness, of love. Listen with your heart. I love that so much. Listen with your heart and you will know. And it's all about expressing your soul self in a way which feels comfortable for you, whether this is through your creative work, whether this is through your musings, whether this is through singing, dancing, whether this is through drawing light language symbols, whether this is through speaking it. I feel like for some of you, light language, chanting, or singing could be something that you either practice and you're learning a new dialect, a new form of language, or it could be something that you're drawn to learning more about. And so this is confirmation in exploring that more to see whether that is something that you would like to do. For some of you, it'll be about incorporating light language or soul language into the work that you already do currently. And you know, whether we know it or not, the light language or soul language is expressed through us in different ways, and mostly energetically, you know. When you're an energy healer, the symbols are flowing from your hands, like through that beautiful light that you are channeling. And, you know, it's just finding what's comfortable for you. What is your way of expressing your soul self? I mean, this could be something as simple as, you know, writing songs, writing poetry, journaling. That could be a way of which you like to express your soul self. You know, it's how you express your inner musings, you know, and that's very personal to each of us individually. There is no wrong or right way to do that. So it's just, I think it's about permission to be yourself and express your authenticity. It's that reminder of oneness, that we all have the ability to understand soul and light language. That these are ancient dialects that our soul remembers, and it's all about listening with your heart, so following your heart's feelings when it comes to joy in your life. You know, what is it that brings you joy? Like, trust in that. Just engage in more activities that bring you joy to help lift your vibration. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So engage in activities that bring you joy first and foremost, and find ways that are unique to you in regards to how you can express your soul and your soul's language. You know, and be creative. I hope that makes sense. Okay, and group number 3, this was your Chakra Love card. Okay, so straight away, it looks like the colour of turquoise, which is all about throat chakra, and that's all about being honest, speaking your truth, expressing your authenticity, okay? Expressing the true feelings of you as a soul. And it is throat chakra, and it is working with turquoise crystal to help balance that. So wear turquoise as well. So like my top was turquoise, or if you have a turquoise scarf or a necklace or a ring, you know, wear that, and that will help balance that energy center, help clear your throat chakra, so that you can express yourself more freely. And it is, I feel like for some of you, the throat chakra is blocked, and that you aren't speaking up for yourself out of fear of rejection, resentment, or judgment. And so it's really important you clear the throat. For some of you, it may even be that it's time for you to have a conversation about your feelings, tell somebody how you truly feel, express your opinion on something that is really important. But it's definitely about standing in your power. And it says truth. Speak from your heart. It is the only thing worth listening to. And it's so true, isn't it? You know, you've just got to be honest. That's all it is. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with those that you care about. Speak your truth. And because you are so respected, people will want to listen to what you have to say. And like, your voice is important. It's important that you're heard. That's what I feel with this message. And your card from the Lemurian Starchild deck is Blessing Beyond the Soul Path. Wow, I can just already feel the power in this particular card group, number 3. Look at this. The image is just stunning. And there's so much magic on this card. You know, I can see sacred geometry patterns, rainbow light being that channel between spirit and the earth plane. There's so much light radiating from the palms of her hands, and the chakras are all down her hair at the back as well. So, you know, I feel like this is all about balancing your mind, body and spirit. And it says number 3 as well. So number 3 could be important to you. The 3rd day, the 3rd, 3 weeks, 3 months, or the month of March. It says honour all life, exchange of joy without karma or sacrifice. Oh, this is just so beautiful. So it's about honouring every living thing, which I think you probably do anyway. If you're reading this, I'm sure you probably are. Blessing beyond the soul path. So it's living in your joy. It's giving without any agenda, you know, and the more that we give, the more that we receive, because that's the karmic law, you know. And giving because you truly want to, not out of obligation. You know, sometimes you can give because you think it's the right thing to do, but then you can be resentful because you haven't had the time or you haven't had the energy to give, and instead you kind of have regret then, and it's not kind of living in your joy because you haven't actually wanted to give of yourself freely. So it's really important that when you give, it's from the heart. Honouring all life, honouring all living things, honouring your soul self. For some of you, I feel like this is a calling to practice Reiki, because it's very much an energy healing modality which is all about honour and respect for all living things and universal energy. For some of you, it will be about mediumship ability because of the rainbow bridge, and that it's your responsibility to pass on messages from the other side. So working with spirit. So I feel like this card is for all of the light workers, or for people that wish to serve spirit. Beyond the soul path, blessing beyond the soul path. So I also feel like sometimes you can't clearly see the way ahead, and you get frustrated because you can't clearly see the path in front of you and where you're being guided and where you're being directed. But it's a message of trust. It's trust in how that path unfolds naturally without having to force anything, that you're being divinely guided even if it doesn't feel that way, because beyond what you can see, there are so many blessings waiting for you, like the rainbow in the distance. There's so many blessings waiting for you. You just need to allow your life to unfold naturally and trust that you're being guided. And be joyful. First and foremost, live your joy, be happy. So this card is all about finding happiness, giving without any intent, and for some of you it will be about your life's mission as a light worker, as somebody that wishes to serve spirit. So this could be confirmation that you are going in the right direction. Some of you, it will be that it's time for you to move on to the next part of your healing journey in terms of what you can offer the world, in terms of your spiritual gifts and talents. Hidden talents are going to be revealed. And for some of you, it might just be a message about not hiding that you have these God-given gifts, that you are so gifted, but because of fear, you're hiding yourself from the world and you aren't showing the world what you can truly do, and it's time for you to reveal yourself. So I hope that makes sense. There's lots of green energy as well. So I feel for some of you, this is associated with healing. So you're healing yourself, emotional healing of the heart chakra, the divine masculine, balancing that divine masculine, letting go of pain and grief associated with the divine masculine and males in your life, letting go of that and healing that. So I think as well as working with blue, work with green, because that will help to balance the divine masculine part of your heart chakra. And green is the colour of healing and health, and it's also the colour of Archangel Raphael, the Archangel of healing. And so if you see green emerald light during meditation practice, that's likely Archangel Raphael offering you some healing. And he's also the archangel that will come to you when your destiny is to be a healer in this life, and that's your life's mission, your life's purpose. So for some of you, this is just huge confirmation that yes, indeed, it's time for you to walk the path of the healer, to go for your own healing, to allow yourself to be healed in order for you to be able to heal too. And it might be that the healing work that you do isn't just for people. It could be that you're engaging in healing for animals or plants or the earth grid. So yeah, just be open to these spiritual gifts coming up to the surface and allow yourself to be seen. I hope that makes sense. Thank you so much everyone for watching. I just want to wish you all a beautiful, blessed full moon in Aquarius. And if you did feel that the messages resonated today and you feel compelled to support the channel, my PayPal link is in the description if you wish to send a donation. It's not expected but always appreciated. And please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future videos. So I hope to catch up with you all very, very soon. Take care of yourselves.